Hey everyone, I got some free time today, decided to go fishing. We have to be at a family barbecue later this afternoon, so it's RJ's pick. So what are we going for today, RJ?
We're going to try and jig up some lake trout. Very ambitious. I know you don't like jigging lake trout. I know you don't. You've caught some beautiful fish doing it. You have to admit it. But I know it's not your favorite thing to do, but with the season closing on this coming Thursday, we figured if we're going to try to put this video together, we're running out of time. So we're going to go out. We have about 3 hours to fish by the time we get up to Portland and launched and out on the lake. So we'll give it a go. The fishing has been tough. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not one of those guys that says he whales them all the time. The fishing's tough. I'll tell you it's tough, and it's been tough. I think the last time we were up there, we had a couple bites, and it was what I think's happening is the bait is migrating out of the big lake sooner than we're used to seeing. Usually the last couple weeks of the season are some of the best 2 weeks of the season, but this year the bait seems to have already gone down into the shallow reaches towards the lower Rideau out of the big lake, and the trout didn't go with them. I've down looked and they're not with it, but the bait's there, so now we're just chasing fish around instead of bait balls.
Yeah, but lake trout fishing is tough on a good day, so
it's not usually a slam fest, but we've had some great days and some so-so days. But if you can find bait balls, and probably you'll see in the video that we do a lot of driving around just looking for fish, looking for bait balls where we'll drop on top of them. What are we dropping on top of them? Every fish in this boat this year has been caught on that bait right there. That's a Jackal Rhythm Wave, 4-inch, 3/4 ounce jig head, and we use 30-pound braid, 16-pound fluorocarbon leader, and rods and reels. I use my crankbait rods. Now you'll still see the old guys out there running steel line with a 5-foot rod, and it's like a broom pole because they're trolling a big daisy chain or whatever you want to call it. But we're using lighter stuff. A big fish out here is 10 pounds in reality. We've caught a few bigger than that, but a big fish out there is, I would say, is 10 pounds. So we use a little bit lighter gear. So these are actually my 7-11 Crucial crankbait rods. Lots of backbone, but a nice soft tip for that big deep head shake that they'll give you. So you've got a little bit of, there's a fight. When you hook one, you hook even a 5-pound fish down 80 feet, it's a fight. So especially on a little bit lighter gear, 30-pound Power Pro. I use yellow. Mainly for the yellow is for me when I'm guiding folks, is so that I can see when their line's towards the trolling motor at the bottom of the boat. Because if it's green, I can't see it from a distance, and I can't say, hey, watch your line. But with the yellow, it's handy to see that you're not going up into the trolling motor. So we're ambitious today that if we catch a fish, it'll be great. If we don't, you may never see this. Be honest.
Yeah, and when you were talking about bait moving around, and you know that old expression, you don't leave fish to find fish, but when you're fishing for lake trout, that's the exact opposite, because they are where the bait is, and the bait moves around.
And the bait's always moving around. So you can set up on a bait ball, and it'll sit under you for a minute, but that's constantly moving, and you're constantly driving around looking to get back on top of it. So we'll try to put that together for you today and give you an idea how we catch and what it's like, and hope you like it. And we're running out of time, so we gotta hit the road.
Let's go catch some fish.
Let's get out of here.
So I found that when RJ and I go out laker fishing, I need to get my jig to the bottom as quick as possible, and I found that by looking at the graph, we're approximately 110 feet, so every time I pull my line up, it's approximately 10 feet, so all I need to do is just 11 pulls, and I know that I'm at the bottom, because then the line goes slack. And sometimes too, the they'll hit the jig on the way down, and if my line's not going anywhere, I know that I've got a fish, so I need to immediately engage the reel and set the hook. So that was rule number 4, I think. Lost count.
Crushed it. He chased me from a mile.
Do I have to hold this?
Get to that. He chased me so high. He's so high. Look at the bubbles.
Wow.
He flew. I lost him on the ground. That was crazy. Nice fish, dude.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I saw him.
Well, let's see.
I have him 10 feet from the surface and
Careful, careful.
little peel.
Don't force them.
I'm right at the point I could see him, and now he's 60 feet down.
Wow. Sounds like a good fish.
It is a nice fish. I got eyes on him. God, my arm. No, you're not taking it.
Then don't complain about your arm.
Dogging. Come on, big girl.
Here it comes.
Giving up the ghost now. Oh, maybe not. Coming up. Right here, Birdee. Right here.
Oh, nice fish. Yeah, that's a nice ligger.
Right on. Alright. Because we don't intend to keep that. We'll just quickly pop that hook. Right in the old
Nice dark fish.
yapper. And look at that. Hook popped right out. So even though you probably saw I hammered that fish with my hook set, that hook is still barely in her. So sharp hooks, quality hooks is key, because any slack in that fish, she was gone. So nice natural fish. Look at those little orange fins on her. And so
Nice.
important fish to the system, so you don't belong on my barbecue. Nice. Your turn.
I'm trying.
When we're out here doing this thing on the Lakers here, the jigging, I call it vertical trolling. Mainly because we were working the whole water column up and down. Yes, you see the old time trollers, you know, they still catch fish, but I'm working the whole column on the way back up from the bottom to the surface. So we're working that jig all the way up, varying our retrieve, speed-wise. Some days they want it peeled in, some days they just want it kind of medium speed brought back up. But we're trying to find bait balls. So we spend a lot of time actually just driving around looking for stuff to fish rather than going out to 150 feet of water and say, okay, we're going to fish here. I want to fish where there's fish directly underneath me, and if the fish take off, I'll tell everyone to reel back up, and we're going to move until we get back on top of them again. There's no point in fishing where you know there's no fish underneath you. The units don't lie. If the fish are there, they're there. If they're not, there's no marks, and there's no point in fishing where there's no fish. So we do spend a pile of time driving around. This fall, as the season gets going here, the season closes in a few days, so what happens is traditionally the bait really stacks up. It's easy to find, but this year it's thrown me for a loop. The bait's either high in the column, where the smallmouth guys love that, but I'm also finding bait balls today piled right on the bottom. So finding that mid-range bait ball is traditionally what we're looking for, but it's just not happening today, so it's been a little tougher than we hoped, but we're out here. It's beautiful. Birdie's with me. She's crabby because she hasn't caught fish yet. I don't blame her. I only caught one, but we're giving her. Oh no!
I better. Seriously? RJ.
Oh no! What happened, Birdie?
Pulled my pants down.
Hold your pants down. Burger time.
Burger time.
Burger time. I'm done.
Done like dinner.
Something smells.
RJ.
Is that you?
Shut up. It's alright. It's just the first time you've skunked me. Big deal. Well, RJ, you weren't kidding when you said it could be a tough bite. You got me today. Wow.
Yeah, that was tough. But we got one fish.
Yeah, we got one
fish.
fish. Still a great day out on the
Still
water.
fun. Few hours, like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
We had a couple bites. Caught one fish.
Caught one fish.
But maybe you learned something. Maybe next year we'll have more time to put this better together.
Maybe, yeah.
And we're off to the grocery store to buy some tomato juice. Because we have to get the smell of skunk off of somebody.
Yeah, I don't think the rest of the family will enjoy
the barbecue will not like that smell of skunk.
No.
But you'll bounce back, kid.
For sure.
You always do. Thanks for watching.
Burger time.
Burger time.